Hey y'all, it's beautiful here in Georgia this time of year. It's the end of May, May the 31st. I wanted you to see my beautiful hydrangeas blooming out here in the front yard. So pretty. And if you'll look, this is amazing to me. There's pink, and I imagine there's going to be some other colors. Oh, there's another pink one hiding out down up under here. And then right next to it is purple and blue. And of course, you can't be in the South without having some magnolias. Look at that beautiful magnolia. That one's just about finished. Still got a lot of buds on here though, as you can see. That one's kind of wimpy looking there. So I'll have some more blooming within the next week. And here comes Bob and the dogs. One of the dogs, the other one's chasing a squirrel somewhere. We're taking our walk up to the garden. There's Minnie, she's up there. So I'll show you the garden in just a minute. So, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? Mine is growing with lots of flowers and beautiful vegetables. This is my row of flowers right here. I've got Asian lilies. Well, first off, look at this beautiful kale plants. And then I've got daylilies and Asian lilies. More daylilies. More daylilies. Aren't they just so beautiful? Look at that one. I love it. And then here's one of my favorites. These beautiful, big, bright yellow. That's an Asian lily. And when I swing right over here, the next row is squash. And look, we've got some blooms up under there with some little squash coming behind it. And what you don't see is right here up under these leaves is where I'm growing carrots for the first time. Can't wait to see how those turn out. But anyhow, you can see we've got a long row here of squash. And there's some more carrots down in here. You can see them coming in. So, and by the way, over here in the flower row, we also planted some okra in there because okra has beautiful flower blooms on it when it grows up. There's another huge kale and another one. So we've got three big things of kale here. And this is our row of zipper peas. And they are just getting started. They're not blooming yet, really. But when I cross over to the next row, you'll see that there's corn mixed in here. And this corn is not the regular corn for eating. It's some corn that I bought online because I'd seen beautiful pictures of it. It's called Gem, Gem, corn. And they're just beautiful ornamental corns. But I want you to look what has come up in here that we didn't mean for it to come up. But let me here it is right here. We have some turnip greens that have just decided to come up right here in this row of peas and corn. So we'll be having a mess of turnips pretty soon because here's another one right here. And I'll just pull those up and we'll have us some turnip greens maybe by this weekend. And then this is my row of Roma beans, and these things are delicious. There's another flower in here, but you can see all the blooms on these. They're just loaded down with blooms all the way down. So we'll be having some Roma beans real soon. And they're the flat green beans that are so delicious. And then I'm gonna get around here to the next row. Hold on one second. This is part of stuff that's just kind of under construction here that Bob's just trying to kill the weeds underneath it. But oh look, I've got a little bitty bell pepper up under there. I don't think you can see it. Yeah. And then this is a zucchini squash. It's not doing as well as, it's not as big as others, but look how many blooms are on it. So the zucchini may wind up doing better than the other squash. Anyhow, here's our tomatoes. This is a whole row of nothing but tomato plants. And you can see I've got some little tomatoes up under here. There's some little ones. And then I think I've got some bigger ones right here. Let me get those. There we go. Got those coming along. So they all need a little bit of rain right now. We should have some maybe tonight. And then this is lettuce that I'm growing. I haven't grown lettuce before, so I'm looking forward to having this because I'll be making me some lettuce wraps using this lettuce because it's the good kind of leaves for lettuce wraps. And I want y'all to see this. This tomato plant right here is probably one of the tallest ones we have. We're not sure what kind of tomatoes are on it because it just came up on its own, so but it does have some blooms there. But it is growing in chicken poop. It just came up on its own right out of this chicken poop. So we can't wait to see what little gift it's going to give us. I have a feeling it might be cherry tomatoes because we did give a lot of cherry tomatoes to the chickens last year. So maybe that's what was in this chicken poop. And this is a row that's not doing very well. We had not really done the no dig on this row until just this past year. So it doesn't have quite as good a soil. But this is a row of black-eyed peas and Crowder peas, and as you can see, they're really struggling. But the next thing over here we're real excited about is our muscadine vines this year. Look at them. This whole row, all the way down. We had some really good muscadine jam last year. And here's right up under here, you can see the little berries, or where the muscadines will be. That's the little bloom thingies. I don't know what you call those. Anyhow, there's tons of them all up under here. So we feel like we're going to have a good harvest of muscadines this year, and I'll be able to make a lot more of that jam because we love it with a little bit of Havarti cheese on a cracker with a little bit of that jam. It's delicious. And now, let me show you this. This is the cucumbers. We got them starting right here. There's some. We're going to try to grow these up on the arches. Sorry about all this plastic out here. We hadn't cleared this up. But you can see we've got these arches. There's like 4 of them going down. And this one is going to be cucumbers. This one here in the middle has some more little tomatoes that we are hoping will grow up on those. And then look at these cucumbers. They're really taking off and going up the arch. So I'm excited about that. It'll certainly make it easier to pick the cucumbers. And they actually have a lot of blooms on them already. Up under there you can see some. So that's going to be good. And then here's more tomatoes, and we're trying to weave them into but it looks like the cucumbers are coming over and attacking the tomatoes here. So, and then over here we've got some really pitiful looking blueberry bushes. They really took it hard on the last freeze that we had. There's one right here, and it looks pretty pitiful too, but it does have some blueberries on it. They're just not blue yet. So, and there's Bob up here with his little special weed whacker, little hoe. Is that the elderberry? This is the elderberry bush. We don't even really know what elderberry is supposed to look like, but look at there. It's got blooms on it. So I guess we'll be having some elderberries. Bob reads up on all this stuff supposed to be healthy for you, so I guess we'll be having some elderberries. Oh, here's some more kale. Got 2 more kales. So that's kind of it for the garden tour. But overall, I think it looks really pretty, except for all the plastic that Bob's got laying out there. Maybe he'll get it up one day. But overall, I think the whole garden looks really pretty. And we're excited to be able to have it. And my rose bushes have been producing for the last month really well. Right now, I think they're all, pretty much all the roses are off. We're just waiting for them to bud out again. Just like the daylilies, they'll have a lot of blooms and then there'll be none, and then all of a sudden there'll be some more, getting ready right there like that. So anyhow, that is it. We are real excited about the garden this year and how blessed we are to have it. And I will talk to you again when I get back inside if you'll hang. I forgot to show y'all my peach tree. This is the peach tree that Bob gave me for Valentine's Day, and look at the 4 peaches that are on it. Those are Alberta peaches, and I just picked this little peach right here off the Belle of Georgia peach tree, which was right here. So we will try that when we get in the house. So I'll talk to you in a little bit. Hey y'all, I'm back in the house now, and I'm making some pasta salad to go with our dinner tonight. Bob cooked some spare ribs the other night on the grill, and we're just warming up the leftovers tonight. So I thought I'd make a little pasta salad to go with it. Thought that would be really good, and won't heat the house up too much because he's actually going to warm the ribs up. I've got them wrapped in this tinfoil, and he's going to warm these up out on the grill. So I'm just preparing the pasta right now. I've got it here boiling. It's almost al dente, and it should be ready in about 4 more minutes, and so I'll take it up. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I just really love y'all. It's just great having you, your comments that you write. I just love reading those, and I just pray for y'all and pray that you are having a wonderful beginning of summer as well, and that you're healthy and strong and just having a wonderful life. So let me get going with this, and I'll get back with you. Hey y'all, I'm back. The pasta is ready. I'll show you how I know it's ready because I took one out after it cooked 11 minutes, which is what it said it would be al dente at 11 minutes. So I took one out and tasted it, and it is just perfect for salad. Just a little bit of chewiness, but it's not mushy. It's definitely not hard. So great, perfect. The instructions were right. So before I get started putting the salad together though, I wanted to tell you a Bible verse that I had this morning on my Bible app, and it just really resonated with me. And it's, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. And you don't realize how powerful your tongue is. Sure, we know how our taste buds are on our tongues, but the power we have to either really hurt somebody or really build them up is just right there, you know. So be careful what you say. Think before you speak. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth, you know, listen more, talk less. But basically, just remember, you may see somebody and you may really think a compliment in your head, but you don't say it to them. And I'm so guilty of this. I'll see somebody and I think, oh, her hair is so pretty, or she holds herself so well, or she is so talented in what she does, and then I don't go tell her. And you know, we need to get more in the habit of giving those compliments to each other. You know, just women need to build women up, and I just too many times women are guilty of tearing other women down. You know, that little gossip thing is just, it's not good, and it can tear great friendships apart. It can keep you from building great friendships. So I know right now I started a quilting guild, and everybody in that guild is so nice and so sweet to each other, and I just love that. And I'm hoping and praying that we will continue along that path and not start having any of the little you know, talking bad about each other or anything. But you know, just I've always heard, if you ain't got anything good to say, don't say it. So that's just what I grew up hearing. So we just all need to think about that. Anyhow, let's get back to this salad now. So I've got my pasta, and I'm just letting it cool down. I've got it over here, and it's in a colander where it's draining any last bits of water that was in there, and it's cooling off. So what I'm going to do is just mix different vegetables to go in it, so it'll be a healthy salad. So I've got some little bitty, you know, just a little grape size, sort of like grape tomatoes. And I'm just going to cut those in half because I don't like biting into a whole one and having it pop in my mouth. But I'm just going to cut them in half and put in here. I don't have a lot of them, so get those in the bowl. And then I'm going to also cut up a yellow bell pepper that I have here. Let me get my bowl back where y'all can see what I'm doing. Maybe bring you down a little bit. How's that? There we go. So I've got the grape tomatoes, the yellow bell pepper that I'm going to put in. I've got one little bunch of broccoli here. It's just as, you know, part of another a big bunch. And then I was gifted a couple of zucchini, so I'm going to use part of that zucchini. I opened a can of English peas, so I'll use a few of those in there. And then I also opened a little can of chopped olives, chopped black olives, but boy, they really are chopped fine. I really thought they were going to be a bigger chop than this. I probably should have opened the can of whole olives and chopped them myself, but oh well, live and learn. So now I'm just going to cut up some of the bell pepper and put in here. I just think it's going to make a really bright looking and fresh salad. You know, sometimes you just don't want lettuce salad every night. I like to have something a little different sometimes. So, and I'm just cutting these in, you know, little chunks. I don't want them giant chunks, but you know, enough they'll fit on a fork just right. So got that. I'll put some of these peas in here. Maybe that's probably about a quarter to a third of a cup. And let me cut this zucchini. I'm gonna peel it because I don't want the green peeling in there. I don't want to eat that. Probably should have done this with the peeler first, but since I got the knife in my hand, I'll just do it like this. I've been watching a lot of videos. I know I haven't posted anything here since before Easter, and it's just mostly because I've been so busy with other things, and we've just been eating a lot of kind of quick and easy meals and not hadn't been cooking anything that I hadn't already videoed. So I thought, well, maybe I should start back videoing a few more things. If y'all have got some suggestions of things that you'd like for me to video, please send them to me and I'll be glad to do it. Hopefully I have a recipe for whatever it is. So I'm just cutting this zucchini up into little chunks too. Y'all, I know I usually use a cutting board, but this is the way I grew up cutting things. We didn't really use cutting boards. I've noticed, I watch Brenda Gant sometimes, and she uses this really big butcher knife. I would be cutting myself so bad if I did that. So I can't have a knife that's too sharp, or I will just whack myself really bad. So I'm just gonna cut this into little sections. You don't want a really big mouthful of broccoli. And I'm just basically using the little fluffy end of it. That's what I'm putting in here. But anyhow, I was telling you, I watch a lot of these other cooking shows, and some of the sweetest ladies are on there, and they're giving Bible verses all the time, and I've been praying about it and knowing that I wanted to do something like that, but you know, sometimes you just don't feel like you're the one who's meant to say anything like that. But then again, sometimes God just lays it on your heart and, yep, this is what I want you to do. So that's why I did it today, and you know, whenever I'm led to do it, I'll do it. So I just wanted y'all to know that, because I just love having y'all out there. All right, so see, that's already looking pretty good as just a salad right by itself. And I haven't even put the pasta in there yet. So let me dump that in there. Kind of, you know, it sticks together. I rinsed it, but it's still gonna stick together a little bit. I'm probably just gonna toss this with my hands. They're clean, I washed them. Just trying to get all this stuff that I just chopped up. I probably should have used a bigger bowl. In fact, I think I will. Hold still, let me go wash my hands. I'm gonna get a bigger bowl. I'll be right back, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I think pasta salad just must be one of those things that just grows, because when you start adding all these ingredients in here, it gets pretty full. So I think I can put a little bit more of that broccoli in here. The broccoli is so good for you. We're growing kale up there in the garden. I put it at the beginning of this video, and my friend told me that she takes kale and puts it in her dehydrator. Oh, she puts all different spices and things on it first, and then puts it in her dehydrator, and then when it comes out, she crumbles it up and then uses it as a spice. I mean, yeah, like a spice to flavor soups and things. Look at that, that's looking good already. And so I may try doing that. We have a dehydrator, because that's how I dehydrate the jalapeno peppers. Oh, I hadn't put the olives in there. Let me put those in. I don't really know how many of these to do. Like I said, it's kind of, they're chopped kind of small. I'm thinking maybe a half of this can ought to do. That'll give it a really good flavor too. It looks like I put dirt in here now. Yeah, that looks good. See the little speckles in there? All right, now I'm going to mix up some mayonnaise and sour cream. Let me put this out of the way for a second. I'm gonna mix up some mayonnaise, sour cream, and mustard as my sauce to go over this. Get a little bowl. Okay. So I'm not really doing measuring. but I would say that was probably about a third of a cup there. And this is just regular yellow mustard. I like that. And with mayonnaise. And then, how do you like these new containers for this sour cream? I'm not real sure I like it. I usually like to just grab mine and dip it out. But, so it's about half mayo and half sour cream. So about equal amounts here. And you can add a little sugar to this, a little honey. I am probably gonna add a little pack of Splenda just to add a little tiny bit of sweetness and see how I like it. So there you go. You know, whatever kind of sweetener you prefer, you can put it in here if you want to add a little sweetness. There's nothing that says you have to though. Let me get another little spoon and taste this. That tastes pretty good. All right, this is going in the pasta salad. And I'm just not gonna put it all to start with. Just gonna put some of it and mix it up and then see how much more I might need. I don't think I'm gonna need all of it, that's for sure. That did a pretty good job. Maybe add a little bit more of it. All right, y'all, there is my pasta salad. And it looks great. So let me get a little taste. See if I can get a little bit with a tomato in it. There's a tomato, there's a little broccoli. All right, here we go. That's good. Oh, I just remembered something I forgot to put in it. I gotta do it. A Vidalia onion. I completely forgot. That will just be the thing to take it right over the top. So let me get that. Y'all, that's why you always have to taste your food. Make sure it has the taste that you want. You know, if you don't like some of the things I put in here, don't put them in. But you may find something else that you like that I didn't put in here. You may want to put some jalapenos or something like that in here. I can't handle them. But anyhow, I'm gonna put some of this Vidalia in here. I got too much stuff on this cabinet. I usually have everything prepared for y'all when I start to do it, but I don't know, I just didn't today. I went and exercised this morning. I'm still trying to keep my weight managed and still would like to lose a few more pounds. But anyhow. So I'm just getting these onions in there. That's gonna make it really good. All right, I think I got chopped up pretty good. Yum, yum. All right, now I'll stir that up again. Here's one. Here's the stirring spoon right here. Okay. Just use this little spoon. See if I got some onion in that bite. That did the trick, except for salt and pepper. Still gotta add that. You can see, it's a work in progress. So I'm adding about, this is only a little fourth of a teaspoon, so I'm putting a teaspoon of salt in there and about a half a teaspoon of pepper. Now that should do it. All right, y'all, this is it. Look at that. Now I can put it in a prettier bowl and it'll look great. Anyhow, I'll talk to y'all later. I hope you're having a blessed day. And remember, go give somebody a compliment. Love y'all. Hey y'all, I forgot, and I went back and tasted it again, and I thought it needs a little bit more twang to it. So I added about a fourth a cup of Italian olive garden salad dressing, and it's really delicious now. The only other thing that I sometimes add, and I didn't this time because it's made so much, and I know we'll have leftover, is I add, lots of times I'll add little chunks of cheese in there. And you could use like the white cheddar or the sharp cheddar, but I didn't put it in there this time because we're gonna have a lot left over, I'm sure. You can see how much. I ended up putting it back in the pretty bowl, and you can see how much it made. So that's way more than Bob and I'll eat for dinner tonight, but we can have it left over another night this week. Anyhow, just wanted to let y'all know that. Love you. Bye.